It's Kristen Norris here from Shape Your World Coaching, Intuitive Transformational Healer, Rapid Ascension Coach. It's been a while since I have uploaded a video. It started with, for those of you who are seeing this on my YouTube channel, those of you who are seeing this on Facebook, you can fast forward. Yeah, so I haven't uploaded for a while on YouTube, mainly because it started when I was having technical issues getting into my emails at first in order to log into my YouTube account. And then I realized that there was a deeper thing going on, and part of it for me is a shifting of energy. I'm going to be looking at how I utilize this incredible resource of YouTube, how I connect with each of you more fully, and in a way that's really reflective of me, my energy, who I am, where I'm going, all of that. And ultimately to be of service and the best support to you that I can be. So look for that in 2018 as it's coming up. Oh my gosh. I am in Brussels right now, house and pet sitting over the Christmas and winter holidays. I'm gonna have some water. And so this is being uploaded for all of you on a Sunday, but we can call it a Sunday sermon for now. But really what I am feeling guided to title this as is a New Year's message, a sharing for and with you all, regardless of how or where you see this. Gosh, 2017, what a year. What an incredible year. What a place and space to be in. So much has happened, huh? So much. And at the same time, it feels like it's been done in a blink of an eye. And 2018 is near upon us. And, you know, it's an incredible, incredible thing. For me, I have a sense a lot of you will be able to relate to this. You may hear there's fireworks already starting in the background. It's rainy out, so it's going to be interesting how fireworks go. But anyhow, so my year, like I'm sure a lot of you, has been filled with so many twists and turns. For me, there's been a lot of continuing of what I will call my own self-reflective journey, my adventure. I can sense and I have a real strong feeling there is a book, perhaps a movie coming out of all of this. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I have a real strong sense that a lot of you will relate to this in that I started the year feeling very much, you know, while I didn't have all the answers put together, I had a strong sense of this is likely what I'm going to be doing. Here are the key projects, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. For me, what was a really big variable that I was continuing to just be very open to, and I'm always open to whatever comes my way, but in terms of things that I felt were a bit more solid, that was what I'm about to share with you. That was where it was very much, I've got no idea, but see how it goes. And that was my location of where I was going to be. And primarily because I was still in the middle of my house and pet sitting odyssey all across Europe. Now, what's coming up for me in 2018 is something different, but equally very exciting. And that is that I know I'm going to be in the US. So look out. Woo, woo, woo. Coming home, people. Coming home. And it feels frankly kind of weird on certain levels, but also I know it's time. I have lived abroad since 2002, February 2002, so not that long after 9/11. And it's interesting for me personally to think back and reflect upon where I was then in my life as a just turned 23-year-old and where I am now. And interestingly, when I go back to the US is my birthday month. So, and I will be arriving just a few days before my birthday. So I will be spending, so going from 23 to 40. Gosh, that sounds old. Sounds really effing old, but you know what? My silver hairs of wisdom and power, silver rays of power, as I am really, and I honestly, I joke, but that is actually how I feel about the aging process. Um, anyway, they would say, well, this is your age, lady, embrace it. Which I am, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see what's going to come. But it's interesting to know that 2018 is going to be for me a bit like this bookend. It's sort of like this gorgeous completing of cycle and journeys. And even though I don't know exactly where in the US, I will be like the address. I trust and have absolute faith that it's all coming together. I know I'm going to start in New York, and I'm super excited for that. And I know I will be continuing with house and pet sitting during my time there. There's already a family who are so lovely, who I actually know from house and pet sitting for them when they were also expats in Europe, and they have since gone back to the US. So I will be connecting with them, and I'm really excited about that. And it'll be lovely to see them because I've really connected with them as a family and as people. And also they're beautiful animals. I'm so excited for that too. But so anyway, so I have a few pieces that are slotting into place for my location. Part of what is uncertain, in which what's interesting for me, is continuing of my programs and my work and being of service, and specifically how is that going to play out. I know some of it's already coming together, and there's, for those who are interested, there is an incredible program I and the amazing Tamar Gale are putting together for women. So be on the lookout for that. We're going to be announcing more in the next few weeks, starting with, actually, I have a sense in the next few days, so be on the lookout for this, an application for those who would like to be a part of the program that she and I are working on. And the program itself, I'll share this with you. Sorry, got a bit of a tissue here. The program itself is going to be starting, when did we start? We decided the middle of March. So be on the lookout and just, be thinking about if this connects with you and if you'd like to be a part of it. It will be for women. This very first program, it's the first of a series that Tamar and I are building and creating together so we can be of service and support all of you. So we're going to have different programs focusing on different things for women starting off. We'll see and how and if men can also be a voice in this. I have a sense it's going to be in a slightly different ways, but be on the lookout. For now, we're helping women, and women, it's if you are an entrepreneur or run your own business, or if you are a career professional, and you're feeling like things are going really well in certain areas and in other areas not so great, and if you would like support with things like your energy levels, relationships, your connection to your divine femininity, to your sacred womanhood, to your body, and we'll share more with you about the specific details, but do be on the lookout. So things like that I know are happening and coming up. But aside from that, I'm really feeling open for where this universe and this life takes me. And I have absolute faith and trust it's all going to come together. There's also for those who are interested, it's called the Transformational Life series, a discussion series that I felt very guided. I received Some people call it a download. I call it divine insight in one of my meditations a few weeks ago. How long ago now? About a month and a half ago now. And this is a transformational life series, discussion series, one-on-one conversations that I am recording and will be coming up soon with amazing spirits, souls, people in our world, women and men, who are doing incredible work and who are out there really lifting things up and supporting and helping to shape your lives, our world as a collective consciousness whole in this amazing way. And so I'm really excited that is coming up as well. And again, be on the lookout for details. So yeah, but aside from that, I am feeling more open. And I don't know exactly what's going to happen after the first half of the year, which is interesting because that's new for me. Continuing one-on-one coaching and supporting of people and healing, deep soul healing. But you know, remaining open for the rest of it. And it's interesting, once again, to think about where things have been for me in my life and my path and my journey over the years and where I am now and knowing what's coming. Another thing that's interesting for me with this year is realizing last evening as I was on the internet, on the interwebs, and I just didn't click in. I hadn't realized this yet. That tonight, New Year's Eve, this is a first. This is a really significant time, actually, because it is the first of 2 full moons that will be happening for January. Now, that is incredibly rare. Does not happen often. This is like, that phrase, once in a blue moon. This really is incredibly rare. So this is the first of them. And it feels very significant because with full moons, it's all about release. It's all about release, letting go of, shedding, like snakes shedding its skin, taking off that fur coat, dog, getting ready for spring and summer with a nice little buzz cut. However you think about getting ready for what's coming and shedding what you don't need, what won't be necessary anymore for you or won't help you, could actually get in the way for you. That is what full moons are all about. And so it's a really gorgeous, incredible opportunity for you and me, for each of us, to really reflect on, and for you to reflect on and start thinking about, where are you now in your life? Where have you been? Where are you going? And where would you like to be? Where would you like to be? When you think about, there's something that happens in transformational coaching. One of the modalities I was trained in. I'm trained in like 5 or 6 different ones. Energy healing, crystal healing, Akashic records, past life healing, deep soul healing. I'm also trained in the transformational coaching method, which is similar to life coaching, a little bit like therapy. There are different things I can help with, and if ever someone would like support from me and I'm just not trained in how to help them, I would always refer them on, and they can come back to me when they finish that bit, or we can do it concurrently. But anyway, so in the transformational coaching method, one of the things you learn is that it really is incredible when you can start to visualize and to feel into what you would like. There's something really powerful about that. And part of what it ties into is the ways that each of us work, the way that you work as an incredible, energetic, spiritual being, whether or not you consider yourself a spiritual person, the essence that makes you you, there is that. And also there is your physical self, your body, your human body, your muscles, your inner organs, your bones, all the ways your body keeps you alive, basically. And your mind connects with them all. You know, we all know this. We learn this in school. You know, your brain takes in your surroundings, sends messages and signals down to your body, of, okay, you need to take this step now, or, you know, make sure you have a glass of water, or don't go too near that fire, you could get hurt. You know, all that stuff. Well, how does that fit into visualizing and connecting with your future? Well, when you start to visualize, and at the same time, visualizing, by the way, it just means daydreaming. It's the same skill. So just daydream, um, and see yourself in your daydream, in your visualization, going through your future. You know, you can take it step by step. You can take it task by task. You can take it day by day, whatever you want to do. And as you do that, and you're connecting with whatever you want to connect with. So whether we're talking about how would you like your 2018 to be and to go? How do you like your career and your business to go? How would you like your relationships to be and for those to go? How would you like to feel about yourself? Are there some changes you'd like to make in your own life and for you? As you think about those things and reflect on them and daydream, allow yourself to literally, and to visualize, allow yourself at the same time to feel what it's like to do all of those things. So as you see yourself in your mind, accomplishing whatever tasks, thinking about, oh, I'd like to do this for my business, or, oh, wouldn't it be great if we could travel to that place, or if only, you know, my relationships could be, you know, happier, healthier in these ways, whatever it is. As you think about it, feel what those different alternatives feel like in your body as you think about them, and just start to notice how your body feels. If ever there's something you start to think about, and let's say it feels really uncomfortable, or just wrong, okay, change the story. You can stop it, and you can shift what you're daydreaming about and then feeling, and see how that feels. If you feel something as you're thinking about it and it feels a little uncomfortable, but underlying that is excitement, and like, I may feel a little nervous, but I know this is right for me, keep going. Keep going, because that discomfort is very likely to just, you know, it's nervousness, normal nervousness. And the more you can feel whatever it is that you're visualizing or thinking about or daydreaming on, the more you feel it, your body starts to remember it, and it starts to remember it in a way, it's literally the process I'm describing is called muscle memory or physiological memory. And it's really helpful in therapeutic settings, coaching settings, healing settings. It's also really helpful in something easy that you can do and you can start to tap into, wherever you are, whatever the day is, whatever your experience level, because it helps your body and all those deeper parts of you that may be feeling a little bit nervous or uncertain. They literally, the more you connect the two, so the thinking plus the feeling, the more you help those nervous parts begin to get used to how this change, whatever it is you're thinking about, how it will feel for you when that change happens. And all of that means that when the changes actually do happen, and as you take steps towards them, those deeper parts of you will be much less likely to throw anything in the works that can be considered sabotage or blockers or resistors or obstacles. So that's a quick tip. And, you know, the interesting thing for me, how does all of this tie into, you know, the fact that we're at this full moon and everything, is that this is an incredible time for release. This is an incredible time for you to really be able to let go of whatever is not serving you, and whatever will be in the way, whatever will be less likely to serve you as you go forward into your future. So as you think about this coming year, any changes you'd like to make, anything you'd like to work on, start to think about and reflect on how will you feel as you do those things. And then if there's anything that you can already foresee or envisage could possibly get in the way of you being able to accomplish whatever you'd like to accomplish, this is your golden opportunity. And January is a beautiful month for this. You can start it now, and then you can do more towards the end of the month as well. And you can do this, by the way, with every full moon. If there's anything that you can envisage or have a feeling will likely get in the way, and may create a barrier for you accomplishing what you would like to accomplish in 2018 and what you can already feel will be good for you as you visualize and you think about it and you feel into it. I mean, the full moons are an amazing time for you to release the things that could get in your way. And again, to really reflect on, where would you like to go? What is coming for you? What are you feeling about all of these things? So that's why I've included for each and every one of you, as a gift, a full moon releasing ceremony that I typed out and wrote down for all of you. This is something that borrows from traditions that have been passed on to me, as well as things that I've discovered along the way and form a part of what I do on quite a few full moons for myself, my own journey, and are part of what have led me to be able to do what I'm doing in the world and what I know is coming. So that's a free gift for you, and you'll see the download link. And again, it's a full moon releasing ceremony, and it takes you through step by step so you can look at and see and really start to feel into, with this process I've described, what would you like to have for your 2018? What feels good? What feels not so great? And also, this is just a question you can start to think about. Are there any areas where it will help you to have a bit more support as you're doing those things? So do you need to take a class? Will it help you if you get a degree or some training? Will it help you if you're in a different location? Then you need to figure out, you'll want to, when it comes time, think about, okay, how is that going to happen? You can start to really feel into and to look at and visualize, what are the steps you're going to take? How do they feel as you do them? And what are you going to do to create your new and amazing reality? So yeah, I hope all of this is a help. It's been an interesting one for me. As I've already said, I've had an amazing 2017, and part of where I realized as well, even more, the importance of doing this video, recording this for each of you and making sure it's uploaded and shared with you today, is that I very spontaneously, I say spontaneously, on a conscious level it's spontaneous. On a deeper soul real level, I know there are very few coincidences and everything is predestined, really. Well, most things are. I won't say everything, but a lot of things are. And so I know it's all in divine timing that this happened for me today. But what happened is I was watching this video on YouTube. I had just grounded. I had done a little reflecting, meditating, and I was watching this YouTube video, and there was this song that it's kind of funny. There are all these fan videos for Star Wars. Yes, I love Star Wars, and I love the new one. I love the new one. I do not get the controversy. Well, I say that. I understand on an analytical level where they're coming from. I totally don't agree with it though. So anyway, so yeah, I really like Star Wars. I love the whole Reylo thing. I think you have to love a love story. Come on. And I love how they're going with this creatively. I can totally see it. So anyways, watching this fan video, and the song, there was a lyric, and it's a fan video I think I must have watched before because I recognized the tune, but I hadn't realized all of the words. And one of the words that kept coming up, and what I think the verse or chorus was the word soldier. I just started bawling out crying, just crying. I couldn't stop myself. It was like someone had died who was close to me. It was that level of crying. And from all of my own self-development, my training, the work I do to help and support others also, you know, men and women and men all over the world, help you with all of your deep soul level healing as well, to support you. Part of what I know is that when we have a reaction like that, there is definitely something deeper going on. I was not crying about that song. I wasn't even necessarily crying about the word soldier. It was what that word triggered within me. And it was that trigger that was signaling to all these deeper parts of me. So all the parts that make me me, my mind, my energy, my body, my soul, my spirit, all of it, that there was something that was ready to be looked at and ready to let go of. And I've learned not to be afraid of the crying. It's actually an incredibly good signal, and it means something huge and transformational is about to happen. And that's what happened to me. And so I tuned into it, and I realized through the crying, because I was going with, and I was just letting it out. And my logical brain, because I have these different sides, as you know, a lot of you do too. And my logical brain realized, oh, you're crying about this. That's why that word was such a trigger. And basically, it relates to one of my past lives that has been one that has felt, and I know it's been difficult for me to look at. I haven't pushed it. I haven't forced myself. Like every time something comes up, I tune into it, I look at it, but I don't push whatever I don't feel ready for, which is fine. And so it was no surprise that this was coming up today. I knew about the full moon. I know full moons are an incredible time for each of us to release and just let go of the stuff that isn't serving us and is getting in the way. And so when I was crying like that, my experience, because this is the level I'm at, my healing, is that it must be past life related. I just knew it. I've done so much of my own, and I've received so much support and help and healing in my own current life. There's really not a lot left in my current life for me to need to heal at this point. So when stuff like that happens for me, it's inevitably a different lifetime related. But see, I've needed to get to that point. We all need to do this. You need to do this too. We all do. You need to look at what is going on for you in your current spirit first and deal with that stuff so that then you can be ready to go deeper. And also so that there's room and space because for that deeper stuff to come up. Because if you haven't dealt with what's at your surface first, there's just not going to be room. Like your immediate is going to be too overwhelming. So anyway, that's another tip. So I started crying and I started looking at it and I realized it's this past life I spent that again has come up in little bits, but I knew there was more. I knew there was more coming up with it. And yeah, there totally was. And it was this lifetime my soul spent when I was in Constantinople. And the word that during the time of Constantine and during everything that I've done where I've, all I've already received from it, the little snippets here and there, pieces starting to come together for me. What I've already received over time is that I was, the phrase that kept coming to me with it is I was a holy warrior, warrior, or a holy soldier, you could say. So, and you kind of think about like the Crusades. It was that type of battle, and it was over faith and dogma and ways of life. We're all deeply tied into it. And so anyway, so I knew, I put the pieces together and I realized that, oh my gosh, that's why the word soldier was such a trigger, and why these waves flood of emotion and energy and just tears upon tears. And see, as I was crying, I could literally feel my energy shifting. I could feel it, the tears. It's like a floodgate, literally. And it's like opening the way for all this stuff to come out. That was the next level and layer for me. For me, I know that past life in Constantinople is directly related to the lifetime I had in Egypt, when my soul was known as this really powerful goddess and is still worshipped. None of us were gods and goddesses, really. We were just from a different place, a different system, and so we were held up as gods and goddesses. But anyway, so I know the two lifetimes are related. So I did, and I followed with it. I'm at the point where I can do this deep soul healing. And so I went into both of those lifetimes, and I released a bunch of stuff. I received healing. I mean, it was also me and other souls who were connected there. Healing was sent to them as well. And amazing. It's amazing. And so like I'm still integrating. I can feel my energy, like everything that was done. It can take a little bit of time sometimes for bits of you to slot back in place and for the healing to do its work. But it's all happening, and it all feels good. So anyway, this is an example of how and why, when and if, let me put it this way, when and if you feel a deep nudge to look at something, or a gentle nudge to look at something, to talk to someone, if your mind casts you back to an area of your life or a pattern or whatever that maybe you've been ignoring or putting off, when it comes back again, there is a deeper reason for all of it. And sometimes you just need to go with the stuff, because you don't always necessarily know exactly where you're going to end up. And you know what? And that's okay. That's okay. 2018 is a continuation of this incredible shift and change in our world, in our global interconnected weave of a human family that we are. We are all as one. We really, really are. In biological terms as well as energetic terms and so on. Spiritual terms, all of it. And 2018 is an opportunity for you and me, in each of our individual ways, your ways and mine, to contribute to our beautiful human family fabric, our global world that we each live in, interconnected all, as well as an opportunity for you and me to really look at and to take steps and take action in a beautiful, divine way where it will most help for your soul path, your journey, and mine. And, there are things that you and I, we are each called to do in this life. And me, with this deep healing, it's helping me realize, and it's clearing the way and creating space so that I will be able to go on to one of the things I know and I felt very guided to start doing more of, and to really look at it in a different way in 2018. And I will be volunteering my time in some respect and supporting in some way. I have to I'll figure out all the steps of it, I'm sure. And they will come to me as well. There will be divine insights handed my way, I'm certain. But it's all creating space so that I can help soldiers, help these incredible men, young men often, and young women often, not always, but often young, who are coming back from conflict, coming back from war. You know, one of the things I realized today is that at an even deeper level that I've already been aware of, because I've already been aware of it, but on a deeper level, how much we are repeating cycles. So much. So many of us do without even realizing or thinking about it sometimes. So anyway, 2018 is another beautiful opportunity. Today is another beautiful opportunity to make room, to create space, release the stuff that may be getting in your way so that you can step up and into whatever is next for you, whatever is calling and needs you. Because there is something very specific and amazing that you are here to do in our world, just as I am. And, you know, we each, you each make such a difference, often without even realizing. And you are all beautifully important. And I am too. I hope all of this is giving you some food for thought. I hope it helps to give you the opportunity for some of your own deep soul healing, releasing, looking at what do you no longer need? What will help you to receive more support and help with? You know, even if you don't know how you're going to receive that support, what are the areas that could benefit from it so that you can move on to what's next? Are you ready? Yes, you are. Quick tip, you are. You are. You are. You know, you may need a little bit of help with it, but hey, we all do at some point in time. I've been there, definitely been there. And I'm here for you too. If you feel called to, if you would like to find out more about what I do, please do get in contact. I'm always available for questions. Set up a quick time to chat and find out if we'll be a good fit. I help women and men all over the world, business owners, non-business owners, people with kids, people who don't have kids. I help you with your, wherever you are in the world as well, wherever you're based. I help you on with and on your deep soul core level healing. We get down to the root and the core. My average rate of knowing what specifically is getting in the way is 3 to 5 seconds. And then from there, I'm trained in so many different modalities that I will have a tool in my toolkit, on my tool belt, available to help you. And you feel and you receive deep soul level healing. And that release I spoke about, just letting that stuff go so it doesn't need to get in your way. And I'm here to help you and support you with whatever your goals are. I can help you in business, with your relationships, with welcoming in love, the energy of love, pure self-love, with empowerment, confidence, in so many levels, in so many ways. I'm thinking of each and every one of you. If you have any questions, please do get in touch. And I am sending so much love your way. Happy, happy, happy New Year, everyone. And let me know how that full moon releasing ceremony goes for you today. Thank you. So much love. Take care, everyone. And remember, you really can create your own destiny. Shape your world. We and our world, this beautiful planet you and I all live on, we need you too. We need you. Thank you. Take care.